Hey guys, it's Kat.Beanie and welcome back to another video. Sorry about the abrupt end to the last video. I had a phone call from social services. Nothing to worry about. It was actually something I instigated myself. I, as I said previously in my last video, both my older two children are on the autistic spectrum, and my kids have multi-agency meetings with all their professionals, and school and what have you regularly to discuss their care and everything else. Social work are not involved in their care whatsoever in a we're worried about your family sort of perspective. But and I did ask for an SDS assessment, which is a self-directed support assessment, which means that they come out, well, not so much come out as now do over the phone, an assessment of, the family, uh, the child's additional support needs, and look at what can be implemented to basically give the carers in the family, or obviously other children within the family, a little extra support. So it's not your typical social worker worried about you, we're going to take your kids type of scenario. It's um like we've been through it all before. A couple of they come out, well, not come out in within COVID times, but it's all done over the phone now. But a couple of questionnaires over the phone. How can we help? Blah blah blah. What would help? And last time my son was offered so many hours at a after school club, which works with children with additional support needs, which is completely funded by our local government council, uh, which is obviously something that people in other countries might have to pay for if they wanted their child with additional support needs to get like extra care at a club or something so that they could go do XYZ. So it's just something like that that helps support the family as a whole, so that the person with additional support needs gets time away doing something fun, or you can essentially use the money from the let's call it an award. It's not an award, it's basically a package of care, to hire an extra carer for the home, or someone that will come and personally take your child out while you maybe tidy up or shower or do whatever it is you essentially need to do to maintain a decent level of care for the carer and the rest of the family. Uh, so it's just like a little extra helping hand that our government has. So if you think of it essentially like if you have an elderly parent and they go to like a day centre uh, during the day, and then obviously go home with their family at night who look after them. Something like that. But obviously my son's at school 5 days a week, so then maybe because this is usually something that do I have it? No, that's the last one. It's essentially something that gets used during the summer holidays, because obviously they're not at school during the summer holidays. So instead of having their routine disrupted by not spending, 6 hours at school like they normally would, they would then go to like a centre or after school club, or get taken out by a carer, so that their routine remains intact and that their carers, parents, etc., still has that time to do whatever they need to do to either maintain their own health and well-being, or care for the home, or all the bits that aren't as difficult to maintain with a child without additional support needs. So, there you go, little piece of information for you. That is something we have in the UK. If you have a child with additional support needs and that is something you feel would benefit your family, you can ask for it yourself by contacting your local social services. As I said, it's not just about them. People always give them a bad rap thinking that they're taking kids away from parents, etc. That's not what they do. Obviously that is part of their job. Actually, I might need to go down and get some more stuff. So actually I'll take these back because I know I have a lot more blocks down there that need to get stored up. So yeah, so I have worked with social services before, and obviously as part of my job as a nursery teacher. I have also worked with them informally as a personal safety for a child that was in foster care. And I do understand that there can be what's essentially looked at as bad social workers. And what I will say to that is, in every aspect of life, it doesn't matter what colour, race, religion, sexuality, gender, that doesn't matter. There are always going to be people, no matter what aspect of whatever they believe or identify as or what have you, there are always going to be people that give the majority a bad name. Now, for example, and this is just an example, this is not, this, statement does not mean that this is what I believe. There are people that believe that because there are extremists of religion X, I'm going to say, because if I actually say the religion, probably get some backlash. So there are some people that believe in religion X and believe that aspects of religion X mean that they need to be violent to other people. And because these certain people of religion X do violent things to other people, it tarnishes society's view of the rest of the people that believe in religion X, if you're following my drift here. So with every, that does not mean that all the people that follow religion X are bad. Just like, not all social workers are bad, etc, etc. Like, there's always going to be those few people that ruin it for the majority. And it's horrible to watch because, like, obviously some people are just trying to live their lives and then something horrible happens. And then, it's like with COVID. Look at COVID, and then all of the hate towards the Asian community because of COVID, and because obviously COVID originated from China, and all of the hate towards Asian people because of that. Even obviously an American president got involved in it, and I don't think that is anything any person in a political place of power should have a personal opinion on, because of course people are going to take their opinion to heart. I mean, there is a lot of people in this world that are very naive and would believe anything that comes out of, for example, the president's mouth, just because they are the president. Like, they've not fact checked or, anything else. They just believe it wholeheartedly because they are who they are. Whereas, obviously, you should always, doesn't matter where the statement is coming from, it doesn't matter who it's coming from, unless you're ready to make like a thingy stating, yeah, this is this and this is completely accurate, blah blah blah. You need to have facts. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it when people get attacked and ridiculed and everything else just because they are who they are, and a few other people have done bad things in the name of the religion that they believe in, or the culture that they were raised in, or etc. etc. There's always going to be a minority of people that ruin it for the majority, and it is not nice. And then there's always going to be people that take that whatever they've done and just roll with the absolute hate. Like, oh, people from your religion did this, so I'm going to use this as an excuse to physically torment you. Blah blah blah. That's not the way society should work. It's not the way people should work. If one person that believes in religion X has done XYZ harm, then that person should be persecuted. Not every single person that believes in that religion should be persecuted for one person's actions. Because if that was the case, then white people, let's take Catholicism for example, has done so much harm throughout the centuries. Everyone knows the sort of antics of certain priests within Christianity and Catholicism, and the abysmal actions that they get up to. That doesn't mean that the religion as a whole should be, or the people that support that religion should be persecuted for it. And obviously I don't know what my next point was going to be, but you get what I'm getting at here. Just because one person does something, it's like when a kid in school, does something wrong, and then the whole class gets punished. That's not right. Just like if one person does something and then the whole culture or religion or race gets punished, that is also not right. There you go. Summed it up with a school metaphor-ish. I don't even know if that's the right term to use, metaphor, because was it really a metaphor? I have no idea. Anyway, back to Minecraft. I have a lot to store in my big tree. There is a ton of gravel. Like a ton of gravel. I need to figure out something to do with all this gravel. And obviously all this smooth stone, which there is no space in the big tree for the smooth stone. So I'm going to have to come up with another storage solution because it's all stored like down there underneath that little bit, and that's not ideal. That's empty. So yes, I'm gonna have to come up with a new idea for that. That's cobblestone as well. So much cobblestone. I wonder what I'm gonna do now when I run out of space for all the cobblestone. Yeah, that's diorite. That's more. Wait. Take all this out. Stick that in that other cobblestone thing. Because why have two separate ones half filled when you can have one completely filled? It just, makes no sense. Right, so as I was saying before, if you have a child with additional support needs and you live in the UK, that is obviously a service that you can access. You can refer yourself by phoning your local social services department in your local council area directly, or you can be referred. If your child goes to school, you will probably have a multi-agency planning meeting like we do. You can be referred by the school. You can refer yourself. Deal with this later. Yeah, and it's just handy thing to have. We were assessed years ago, but we didn't take up the package of Care Musical because at that point, I didn't drive, and what was on offer was my son spending time at an after-school care facility during the summer holidays and getting up there on the bus and then dropping him off and then being able to go do something and then having to go back on the bus to pick him up and then obviously get the bus back from their home would just be a complete nightmare, and it wasn't something that was plausible at the time, whereas now we have a car, things are a lot more, we're able to do a lot more stuff, thankfully. So it is one of the best things that we decided to do was, well, learning to drive and getting the car, because it is just so helpful having it when you have kids in general, whether they have additional support needs or not. Just having kids and having a car makes life so much easier. So if you're pondering about whether to drive, if you're if you're a kid just now, seriously consider it for your future. If you're an adult, pre-kids, that doesn't drive yet, seriously consider getting that sorted out before you do have kids. It makes life so much easier. And if you're already a parent with kids that doesn't drive, definitely look into doing that. I'm gonna just have to start calling these like parenting and Minecraft videos because I hardly talk about Minecraft during them. Cobblestone. Yeah, it just makes life so much easier. That's dirt. Right, there's more cobblestone somewhere. Yeah, cobblestone. Is there any more cobblestone? Cobblestone. Yeah, so just basically, doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing, learn how to drive. I mean, even if you live in like a busy pent up area like a busy city like London or something, and there is essentially no need to have a car because there's always like a bus or a subway or whatever. I don't know. I don't live in London, but if you live somewhere like more rural, well, not even more rural. I mean, I live in Scotland, which depending on where you live in Scotland, some parts of it can be very rural. But let's say the suburbs type area, having a car is great. And if you want to be environmentally friendly, get an electric car. And then if you live in the UK, and if you have a child with additional support needs who gets high rate mobility, or if you are an adult with additional support needs or a disability, that is entitled to, I'm not sure what the equivalent is on PIP, personal independence payment, but if you get the right rate of personal independence payment as an adult, you can qualify for a mobility car to help you get around, whether that's yourself driving or your carer. Which means you get the car for 3 years, they take your mobility money, but it pays for the car, the insurance, the road tax, any servicing and what have you. Definitely a handy thing to look into if you qualify for it. More cobblestone. My kid is having like a good sleep. She's a clever girl today. Like tried to do some videos yesterday, and like literally any time I put Minecraft on, she would wake up. It's like she knew. But she just had her bottle before I started doing these ones. These all, whoa, these are all filled with, damn. Yeah, so she just had her bottle before I started doing these videos, because this one has been recorded right after the other one, where I abruptly ended the video for my phone call. But this one won't come out till the day after the other one. So if you're watching this, you're watching something I recorded right after the other one, but you're watching it the day later. So, because I can only get videos done when I can get them done. I obviously gonna take advantage of the time that I do have to do videos and do as many as I can in the short time that I have time to do them, which she'll probably be getting wiggly in a while, so I will finish this video, and this will be probably the last one I will do today, and hopefully I'm quite busy tomorrow, but maybe try and get some more done in the afternoon if possible. Probably not, but if not, then tomorrow's video, I say tomorrow's, will be the video that I recorded before this video. So there you go, some time travel type stuff for you there. What else do I need to? These are all empty. Shulker boxes are just the best. I wonder what's gonna, when the bundles thing's gonna come out. Gravel goes at the top. Right, what's next one is dirt. Dirt, dirt, dirt. There we go. Dirt, yes, dirt. Right, okay. Yeah, because the bundles did look interesting. It's obviously, it kind of looks like shulker boxes, but that you can get in the overworld. I think that's right. Obviously, they just look like little sacks. Like leather pouches. So it's quite interesting if they are still going to do them. That would be good. So granite, 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 granite. Okay, middle. Yeah, if anyone knows what's happening with bundles in any of the updates, I wonder if, or if they've like completely discontinued implementing bundles. Let me know in the comments. Daniel had a good idea on one of my previous post comments. He said that about my mine, about putting the redstone torches underneath the ground to obviously make it look neater, which I will try and do in another video, Daniel, so thank you for that. Obviously these ones are such yeah, words. Not good with words. Entertaining content as moving blocks from one area to another. Yeah, Minecraft and parenting advice. Booyah. More diorite. So, and we should have gravel as well. So gravel and diorite. So this one should be, yeah, this one should be diorite. Diorite. And then the one at the very top should be gravel. So as I said, like we don't have enough room in the storage, like every area has its own specific block, and we don't have enough space for, just make sure all these are empty, for the smooth stone. So we're gonna have to, that's sand, we're gonna have to come up with a storage solution for smooth stone, because I do have a lot of smooth stone and not any sort of creative ways to store it, unlike my big storage tree. And also deep slate, because I have absolutely no storage solutions for deep slate either, because obviously deep slate wasn't a thing when I created this world. So I'll get this gravel away and then we'll call it a day. So please remember to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, well, if you made it this far, like good on you. Most people don't watch all the way through. If you did, thank you very much. So gravel, sand, yada 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 yada. Yeah, doing another big tree would probably just be boring, but yeah, we need something for the smooth stone. But yeah, as I said, if you made it to this far in the video, thank you very much for watching all the way through. Most people don't. You probably get a couple of minutes in and get bored and switch to something else, which is entirely fine. As I said, I don't expect to become a big massive YouTuber, just do this for fun. but it is nice to know that the videos are appreciated. So I will catch you guys later. As I said, please remember to like and subscribe if you really want to. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, folks.